Well, I got to looking at my garden and I came up with a stunning revelation. These rows are about 6 feet apart. And for some reason I planted them that far apart. I'm thinking because that's what I always did with my tractor. So you'd have room for your tractor tread to plow the middles and stuff. Well, we're not plowing the middles. We're not working the tractor in this. So my revelation is I can either weed that 6 foot in between each row, or I can grow something in the middle of it. Growing something sounds a whole lot easier, really. So my rows will be 36 inches apart maybe. I'm gonna go ahead and plant some more peas. Well, basically what I do is just go down, and again, these are gonna be a wide row like those. Probably about 12 inches wide row, and I just went through there with a rake. Typically it's just a regular rake. I don't know what, can somebody tell me what that is? My wife drug that home from her antique shop, and I should know what that is. Is that just an old rake like they used to use, or does it have a function? What is the function of that wicked looking tool right there? Anyway, we will put some, we'll wide row these peas here. We'll put one, a row right there. Have that what row, there, and there. 4 wide rows. Peas about 80 feet long, probably. Purple hull, top pick purple hull peas. And then we'll come back, and I may use the cedar on this, probably will since I'm not doing a wide row. But who knows, I may come in here wide row. I may do a wide row right here and right here. A little bit wider anyway, of the zipper cream peas. Let's get to planting. We ain't doing nothing standing here jawing. Okay, so I've got them planted. They should come up and look just like those. Now, let me again quickly say, these are not wood chips anymore. I've got a few, but for the most part, this is compost, okay? If you're dealing with wood chips on top of soil or compost or however you do it, you're gonna have to scoot the wood chips out of the way, plant in the soil or on the soil, and then cover up with the wood chips. And I've done that for the last 4 or 5 years. This year I finally have compost. The wood chips have turned into compost. So basically I'm planting in soil and compost. And so what I'll be doing is just raking this soil on top of them. And I'll show you that. Just cover them up back, half an inch, something like that. Now, some of you are saying, oh my gosh, that's just way too close. Way too close. Well, if you want to space yours an inch apart, or 2 inches or 3 inches, whatever, you're certainly welcome to. I have found no problem wide rowing like this. Did it last year. I'll put a link to that video up, hopefully, if I can think about it. The best stand of peas I've ever seen in my life, and they were wide rowed. In fact, they were wider than this. I did those in the raised bed gardens last year, and they were 20 inches wide. This is probably a foot wide. It's kind of hard to get perspective, but that's about 12 inches. The width of that implement, whatever that was, maybe 14 inches. And anyway, I will cover these up, and it'll be done with the purple hulls. I think you can see this. You'll notice that as I brought my rake through here, making that, and I'll call it a furrow for making that wide row. As I rake back through here, making that wide row, it kind of banks up the compost, the soil, on either side. So what I'll do is just come back in here and just take that bank down, just knock that bank back over the seed. So all that down through there, that little bank right there, I'll just knock it off. The bank on the other side, knock it off this way. Basically covering it up with the material that that was there. I'm just replacing the material on top of the seed. Here I didn't buy enough seed to wide row. I think about a pound and a half of the zipper cream, and I planted these with that with an earthway planter. So I just kind of wanted to mimic that. Came through here with a instead of a rake, came through here with a hoe and made about a, I don't know, 3-inch, 4-inch wide bed, row, whatever, and I'll sprinkle them in there the same way, except obviously we'll try to stay within a couple of inch area. In fact, first time down on both sides, I'll be pretty sparse because I don't have the seed to go, and then I'll come back and fill in some dry spots. Here are the zipper cream, pretty good sized pea. That's the one my wife's gonna be happy with, I think. Got the wrong pea the last 2 years. That should be the good ones. That should be the good ones. Let's plant them. Okay, so we got her planted, got her covered up. That's just gonna make it a whole lot more better to just have to weed that and not that, okay? Especially on these wide rows. Come through here and cultivate and weed, just a little dab here, little dab there, because once they start bushing out, it's, there'll be a row in between them, and there'll be a whole lot of rows. And this time normally I'll come in here with a string and a couple of pieces of rebar, and I'll run me a string, and I'll run my planter down that string, or run my hoe down that string, or rake, or whatever I'm planting with, whatever I'm making my rows with. This time I didn't. I just eyeballed it. I just got down there and started backing up this way and eyeballing both sides as I was backing up, tried to make sure it was pretty straight, and I think I got it straight enough to be able to sleep at night. One reason I use string. Dadgummit, I look down that thing and that road crooked. I just can't sleep at night. I'm ready to plow them up. I think it's straight. I think it's straight enough for me to get a little good night's sleep. So we'll show you as they start coming up like these do. I don't know why you've already seen these. I mean, you may want to see those. Who knows? It'll look good. It's done, and we're gone.